All right, so today we're going to talk about color and emotion, y'all. Color brings personality and voice to your artworks. From now on, you are going to have to choose colors for what you are doing. You could choose to do black and white or monochromatic stuff, but even so, that is a choice in how you are having your viewers perceive that personality of the artwork. So you want to make sure that you are saying what you mean to say. So if you look at this painting here, we've taken away all of the colors. We have desaturated it, so to speak. It's been turned black and white. Having taken away the colors of this painting, what colors would you use for a scene with a mother and child like this? So again, what colors would you use for a scene with a mother and a child? Try to list, at least 3, but no more than 5. Okay, so we're going to talk about Picasso's blue period. Look at the colors on the screen. You've got a dark blue, kind of a sky blue, a light mossy green, a very light seafoam green, and then a very pale sky blue. What mood would you assign to these colors? Just knowing these blue colors are there. Are they happy, depressed, angry? Justify your answer for me. All right. So here are some pictures, some paintings from Picasso's blue period. Do these images match those moods or emotions that you assigned to those blue colors last slide? Yes or no? You have the same colors up in the corner if you need to refresh your mind what they were. But think about the mood that you said that they were, and do these pictures match or not? We're going to return back to that same image we first looked at that I had turned black and white. This painting is also in shades of blue. When you first saw this image in black and white, did you think it had happier colors? And now that you can see it's all blue, how did the mood change when you saw those real colors? Think about what colors you assigned it before, that 3 to 5 colors. Did you pick brighter colors? And like, how is that affecting your perception of this artwork? The meaning of blue. Solitary figures dominate Picasso's blue period works. Themes of loneliness, poverty, and despair pervade the works as well. Picasso painted essentially monochromatic paintings in shades of blue and blue-green, and he only occasionally warmed them with other colors. And what that means is he added a little bit of warm colors to them just to make sure they weren't as cold, but usually they weren't large areas like this guitar for this guitarist. Blue is both a soothing color and a cool color. It and other cool colors hold meanings that are both soothing and sad, though bright blues or cool colors are considered much happier or excited. Usually it's the more muted ones that tend to give us that depressed sort of air. Picasso's rose period. Please look up at these colors as well. So Picasso's blue period was followed by his rose period. Picasso's depression gradually ended and his psychological state improved. He moved more towards joyful or vibrant work, representing more pleasant themes like clowns and harlequins and carnival performers. Picasso emphasized the use of pinks, which is called rose in French, and other warm hues to express this shift in mood and subject matter. So, where blue was more depressed and sad, his rose period, those brighter, warm colors, should be much brighter and happier. So, how do these colors reflect the change in Picasso's mood? Look at these two images. If they'd been painted all in the blues during his blue period, they would feel much different. So, how do they feel now? What warm represents? Just as cool colors represent a more soothing or sad emotions, warm tones are associated to more excited or passionate feelings. Bright reds are considered both the color of romance and anger, while yellows or oranges reflect excitement or happiness. Warm colors hold meanings that are romantic and otherwise very strong, though dulled warm tones or warm browns can be used to show a more relaxed or mellowed side of the color. So look at these three images here. These are all warm toned images for the most part. And what is the difference in mood between these images? Think about the emotions that you think of for these. And tell me, why does the image of Napoleon Bonaparte, that guy on the horse in the middle, why does he stand out? What's different about his image? Even though all of these are warm toned images, why is his different than the two on either side? Color tone. A toned color has been dulled with the addition of a neutral or neutralizing complementary color. So what is a neutral? A color tone is made by adding a neutral or a neutralizing color. Neutral colors are brown, black, white, and gray. You can see them in those little circles there. These colors do not exist on your color wheel. You remember doing color wheels, they have reds, they have oranges, they have greens. They do not have brown, black, white, or gray. They exist off of our color wheel. Neutralizing colors, however, are is a color being mixed with its complement. So it's opposite. Um, if you look at the picture up at the top, tell me what method is being used to make this neutral tone in the middle. In this big picture at the top, are they adding a neutral color to the red, or are they adding a neutralizing color to the red? So is it neutral or is it neutralizing? How are they getting that tone there? Tints versus shades. Tints are a color plus white. We can see it in this blue paint on this side over here. You have the dark ultramarine blue added a little bit more white at a time, and you get these lighter and lighter shades of blue. They're called tints. Shades are a color plus black. So if you see over here in this red color swatching, you have the main color being red, and then number 4 and number 5 are that main color red plus a little bit more black. Tints are also called pastels and are often featured in clothes for infants. Why do you think the lighter toned tints are used for infants over darker shades? So why do you have colors plus white used for babies versus colors plus black for babies? Why do you think that is? Tell me. Neutral emotions. Neutral colors are interesting in that they calm the more general meanings of colors. So a neutralized red may go from rage to dislike. A neutralized blue may go from depression to disappointment. When by themselves, neutral colors are calm or give an air of seriousness, as many older paintings are neutralized over time with many, many layers of varnish that trap dirt, smoke, debris, etc. For example, right here you have the Mona Lisa. She was originally much brighter, but over time, layers of protective varnish have browned on her surface, and therefore she's been added little layers and layers of brown, and it's overall just neutralized a lot of her colors. Color intensity. We're going to look at a specific movement here called Fauvism. Fauvism was a movement in art from 1905 to 1908. The term translates to mean wild beast. Fauvism was known for bold, vibrant, almost acidic colors used in unusual juxtaposition. Juxtaposition means that they were opposites of each other and they were near one another. It's an intuitive, highly gestural application of paint. So really thick paint tends to be very, very almost sloppy or finger painty, just to the cleaner side of that. The artists of Fauvism were experimenting with ways in which color could be liberated from subject matter. They were not looking for realistic colors. They were looking for colors that were kind of the saturated version of real life. So, what you want to know is color intensity is the degree of brightness or darkness in colors. So, how bright or how dull is a color is what you're talking about with color intensity. So over here on the right, you have two Fauvist artworks. You have a woman who is setting a table in a bright red room, and the one on bottom is actually a park. What is the mood of these Fauvist works? Like, what emotions do you get? And does that match what the artworks show? So what is the mood of this bright red room where she's setting the table? And does that match the mood of what she's actually doing? Do that for both of these artworks, please. color tone to capture attention. Artists use the alteration of color intensity and temperature, that is to say, warm and cool, to draw attention to where they want a viewer's eye. So on the screen, you can see several screenshots from Caravan Palace's Wonderland music video. And in this music video, the main character is always slightly warmer or cooler toned than her background. This and her placement at the center of frame indicates her importance to the video's plot. So over here, you can see in the top right that she is sitting on her couch in a blue room, and she's not quite blue. She looks a little purple. Same happens in the red frames down at the bottom. She is just a little bit more purple than the rest of her background. So how does her change in temperature make her important? How does that make her stand out? Another music video reference here in the music video The Wolf by Siamis, color is nearly non-existent. Almost the entire music video is in black and white. However, red is strategically used throughout the music video to draw attention where the director wants you to look. In the black and white sections of the video, the wolf's eyes, he's the antagonist, the bad guy of the video. He has these glowing red eyes, and that's the only color you have on the screen. But in the sequence of events that brings the three main characters who are the good guys, so to speak, when they're being brought together from their individual storylines, they have a bunch of red around them, red in different shades. Why do you think the director chose red for this purpose? Would this look different or have a different feeling to it if, for example, the director chose to use blue for the wolf's eyes or this sequence that actually has a lot of color? So why did he choose red, do you think? All right, so conclusion, color and mood. Color can affect the mood of images. Cool colors are considered calming or sad. Warm colors are excited, romantic, or even angry. Neutralized colors de-intensify and mellow the mood, that is the general mood meaning of the color. Changing color intensity or temperature can draw attention to parts of an artwork.